Hey everyone, it's Brian Schrader with the Coastline NC Real Estate Team at BlueCoast Realty Corporation. Welcome to another market update. Today it's April 16th, 2024. Here's a live cam of one of our beaches, Wrightsville Beach. You can see things are starting to warm up. People are starting to get out and enjoy some of this beautiful weather that we're having down here. So we're going to take a look at some of the different marketplaces in our area, take a closer look at the numbers. We're going to cover a wide variety of different areas. So you can fast forward at any time to your area if you're interested in like Hampstead, or interested in Leland, Southport, Lower Brunswick County. We're going to try to cover them all. So let's take a look here on the map. Let's take a look at where we're going to be focusing in on. So we're going to cover areas to the north of Wilmington, such as Hampstead, as you can see here. We will cover the Wilmington area, so all of New Hanover County in this section here. We will cover another section called Leland, which is right to the west of downtown Wilmington. We will also cover Southport, which is in this area right here, excluding Oak Island, but it will include Boiling Springs Lake. We'll cover areas such as Lower Brunswick County, which will include the towns of Charlotte, Calabash, Carolina Shores, and the mainland of Ocean Isle Beach and Sunset Beach. And then we'll do another video or another segment on the barrier islands such as Oak Island, Holden Beach, Ocean Isle, and Sunset Beach. So those are the areas we're going to focus in on today. So let's just go ahead and give me a second and we will pull up our maps here and our data points and we'll kind of get right into it. So we're going to start off on the Brunswick beaches. Again, this is the Oak Island, Holden Beach, Ocean Isle, and Sunset Beach areas. You can see that the average sales price here, or median sale price, is around $631,000, and this incorporates all residential properties, including single-family homes, townhomes, and condominiums. It kind of also includes the oceanfront, the second row, and going back on the barrier island. So new listings. This is a graph that shows going back a year all the new listings. As you can see here, previous years, previous months actually, we've had more listings hit the market per month, and we're now adding around 345 new listings to the marketplace each month. We're actually in March of this year. So homes for sale in the market, you can see that number has definitely dipped down over the past year. Going back into January to March last year, anywhere from 200 roughly, and now we're working on around 160 homes for sale. And if you look at the price per square foot on the islands, they're getting around $417 a square foot. Let's take a look at the percentage of list price that they're getting here. The average is around 96 percent of ask price. So you can see, whereas it was a little bit tighter back a year ago, it kind of dipped down, but now we're actually starting to crawl back up. But again, this is a very tight range, anywhere from 97% to 98% of asking. So days on market, you can see that number is starting to balance out. We go back 14 days on market to we're running around 35 days on market. So it's still competitive. It's still healthy. If you look at the amount of housing supply, we've kind of creeped up a little bit starting in December. So you started seeing the housing supply kind of creep up, which it's twofold. It's the number of transactions, or the number of closed sales have slowed down, but also the number of new listings have kind of picked up as well. So it's a combination of both of those items. So that's the Brunswick County Island. So we're going to take a look at another marketplace that we cover is the Leland area. So we're going to take a look at that area to see sales prices. The median sales price in Leland's around $378,000. Take a look at some of these new listings here. It's kind of, Leland's adding new listings more than some of the barrier islands because there's a lot of new construction that's still going on in those areas. But right now, it adds around, I would say around 11 to 1,200 new listings per month so far, which is pretty healthy. So currently, we have around 200 to 212 homes for sale in this marketplace. Days on market, that number's kind of creeping up a little bit. It used to be very hyper competitive. 9 days on market, things would sell very quickly. Now we're sitting at around 21. I mean, overall picture, it's still very, very competitive. It's just taking a little bit longer for those sales, and that's probably a combination of the interest rates and whatnot as well. Price per square foot in Leland, you're looking at around $211 per square foot. In the months of housing supply is increased over the past year, going from basically 1.8, and now we're sitting around 2.3, which is it's pretty good. So that has the impact there is all the new construction that are adding to the existing resale market. Days on market in Leland, they've creeped up as well. Used to be very competitive, 9 days on market, and now we're sitting around 21 days on market for Leland. So let's take another look at another one of our marketplaces. Let's look at Southport. And we'll see kind of the same trends here with the Southport marketplace. This is days on market. Going back a year, it was around 9. Now it's sitting around 19. Closed transactions, they have trickled down. So there's not as many closed transactions that you'll see, but you'll also see 2 new listings. There's not as many of those in that Southport market as well. There's not as much new construction going on in Southport compared to like the Leland area. That's probably a big driving force of the difference between the two. Months of housing supply, it's definitely creeped up a little bit to 3.2. And the list price, percentage of list price of what people are getting is it was usually 92%, and that kind of dipped down to 98. We're sitting at around 98.7, so really that hasn't changed too much in the price per square foot in the Southport area. This graph is showing it dipped down, but it stayed at around 221 per square foot to 220. So there's not a big difference there. And again, we're going back a year looking at all the data. So this is Southport there. The new home sales or the new listings, they're adding around 389 new listings to the marketplace per month, so to speak. So that line is still trending downward. Let's take another look at our Wilmington market. Actually, let's go ahead and we'll do all of New Hanover County. That's going to include both Carolina Beach, Wrightsville Beach, and Curie Beach. So the average sale price in Wilmington was around $427. This line here, $424, $423. So it's kind of balancing out. You could see going back a year, it was still continuing to graft upward until it hit that $424 mark. So we're kind of going sideways now. New listings to hit the market. We've kind of dipped down, so there was less and less new listings hitting the market. And then we got to about June, July last year. That started to balance out, and now we've creeped up a little bit. So we're kind of coming out of that slowly, that low inventory of what we've been in for the past couple years. Housing supply, the numbers, and due to that, the number of months of housing supply has creeped up to around 2.2, and the days on market too have creeped up a little bit from nothing was really sitting on the market forever. Now we're up to like 13 days. So that's kind of the Wilmington market in a snapshot. Let's take a look at our Hampstead area here to see just north of Wilmington. It's about 15 minutes north. You'll see the average days on market is around 22. The amount of transactions, closed sales have trickled down. The amount of home sales have actually come up since January, and the amount of new listings have really hit bottom, and looks like they're adding around 728 new listings to the marketplace per month right now. And what that does for our housing supply over the course of the past year, it's going from 1.7 up to 2.6. So, again, things have definitely, there's been a shift. It's a slow shift. In your average price or median price in Hampstead, it's going to be around $462,000. So that's the Hampstead market in a nutshell. And we're going to go to lower Brunswick County. This is going to include, it's not going to include the barrier islands, but it will include the mainland of Sunset Beach, Ocean Isle Beach, include markets such as Charlotte, Carolina Shores, and also Calabash. So the average sale price, you can see here, it's kind of going up. Peaked out in September at 329. Looks like it dropped down in the winter months at 320, and now we're kind of at 325. New homes that are available are homes for sale in this marketplace. You can see that line is trending upward. We've gone from like 288, and now we've kind of around that 380 mark, which is kind of nice. I mean, there's definitely more volume of new homes down there, new listings adding to the marketplace here. That number has definitely trickled down, but it also correlates to closed transactions. It's also trickled down as well. So those two lines are kind of going hand in hand. Months of housing supply, we've gone from like 1.9, and now we're up at 4 months of housing supply right now. So that's a combination again of the less closed transactions and the amount of home sales that are hitting the market. So the sales price in Calabash we covered, it's at 325. The percent of list to ask ratios or sale ratios kind of bottomed out. It looks like a year ago they're getting 99% of asking. That kind of bottomed out in September in the fall to 97, and now we're at like 98. So it's very strong, in my opinion, in that area as well. But if you guys have any questions about these different marketplaces, or you might be in one of these areas where you're trying to get an idea of what your home might be worth, definitely this is a broad scope. This is a big picture. We offer competitive market analysis with our company. We also do offer appraisal services as well. So if you have any questions about your home's value or want to get a more in-depth analysis, feel free to give us a call here. Again, this is just an overview of these different marketplaces to kind of follow the trend lines to get an idea what's going on. So anyway, again, it's Brian Schrader with the Coastline Real Estate team at BlueCoast Realty Corporation. Again, this is our April 2024 market update on the areas of Hampstead, Wilmington, Leland, Southport, the Barrier Islands, and Lower Brunswick County. So hopefully this has been beneficial. Feel free to reach out. Please subscribe if you want to get more updates like this in your feed, and we hope to see you guys here on the next market update. Thank you.